Welcome into Pick 6 presented by KFAN. I'm Tatum Everett alongside the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen, and VEN's Gabe Henderson in the matching Vikings radio polos, might I add.
We planned this out.
The team found cohesion against the Lions, so we decided we would find cohesion with the Pick 6.
I like the analogy. The Vikings walk-off winners this week. And so we got a lot of good questions to get to, a lot of great fan questions we got off of Twitter. But as you noticed, Pick 6 is a little bit different this year. We're going to have a 30-second timer. So we're going to start things off with you, Paul, with Pick 1. We're going to do the same pick every week for Pick 1. The best thing you saw on Sunday.
Well, that absolutely would be Greg Joseph walking off on the Detroit Lions. Now, he hit a career-long 55 in that game, but then we can go back to Arizona and we had that L to the right, where it was an opportunity for the second walk-off winner of his career. First, interestingly, was with Cleveland against Baltimore in 2018. Also 37 yards, so maybe that's just a bad number for him. But it's absolutely Greg Joseph being the man and walking us into the winner's circle.
Oh, with 1 second left to go. Nice, Paul.
You guys think I'm some boll weevil that just like rolled onto the set and like looked at the clock or hands counting me down? Come on,
Your
kids.
words, not mine. Gabe, you're next. Best thing you saw on Sunday.
Best thing I saw on Sunday was the one thing that went viral on social media, and that was Eric Kendrick's one-handed interception. Looked like a receiver out there, and if you ask Justin Jefferson, he said he practiced that all week. So when he actually got the opportunity to get his hand on there, boom! Oh, there you go, one-handed pick. One thing that stands out to me is that he turned it back in right here. Let me get some action right here. But that one-handed interception, you can't ask for anything better than that. And he needed that, especially coming off a few games where he hasn't had his best games of his career. This happened at the perfect time. They're driving down the field, and then boom, Eric Kendrick against the Detroit Lions one more time, similar to last year. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, we have a problem, and the problem is this Pick 6 is better than any of the ones I did into my phone for the last 2 years. So let's just move on with our lives.
No toboggan this time either.
Yeah, or a racetrack. I mean, what are we doing
That's
here?
True.
No, I'm going to contribute to Pick 1 for a second, though, and piggyback off of yours, Gabe. This is the best thing I saw on Sunday.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're a little lad when you're not really
little lad.
You just can't get
Berries and cream.
because they would never
Do the little lad dance.
I don't know if he's doing the
I
jump
just can't get over this celebration. And props to the Vikings social media for adding this, the TikTok music too. I'm not cool enough to really talk the TikTok lingo, but
Yeah.
I think this is hilarious. I was rolling laughing because I also was a little curious as to what this celebration meant. So.
Yeah, it was a good celebration. Props to Alex Worley, who is a genius behind creating all of our TikTok content on social media. It was great.
With Liberty, after Gabe would go for like 125 and 2 TDs, that's how he would roll out of the club in the evening after kind of feeling good about himself, you know?
Yeah.
All right, back on track. Let's get you guys on track. Number 2, this question will go to you, Gabe. This is from Gail at Gail7106. What did you think of DJ Wonnum's play on Sunday?
What's up, Gail? I think DJ Wonnum played phenomenal on Sunday, especially being that play side defensive end. If you're an offense, you always want to run the ball effectively to the left side of the field, so the play action pass on the other side is great. This sack right here was amazing. I talked to him earlier this week about it, and he says, fourth down, when it mattered, when it counted. Coach Andre Patterson said the first sack of the season is always the hardest, and now DJ Wonnum finally got it out the way. And look at the energy he's getting. It's his first sack at US Bank Stadium, and what a better moment to happen to a guy like DJ Wonnum.
Yeah, it was so great to see on Sunday. But we're going to let Paul take a different question.
Okay.
So, Paul, you're going to take Pick 3. What changed with the offense the last 2 games? Play calling was better, and the offense appeared to get rolling. Then suddenly, everything came to a halt.
Amy, wow. Amy, Skoll's sister, hard to the hole in the offense 5 games into it. Holy cow. I think it is fair to say from the second half of the Seattle game throughout the Lions game, something has changed, and whether it's the approach the Vikings offense is facing and struggling to get around, or they're trying to keep games close, let the defense win, hit a deep one with JJ or something, I have no idea. But into the Charlotte game, there's going to have to be some type of change to get explosive specifically through the air.
All right.
I like how you
on the
think.
money again. On the money
You're a wide
again.
receiver, why wouldn't you? I said through the air, man.
Well, speaking of wide receiver, let's hit you over there across the field from me, Gabe, with pick number 4. And it's from @AJMurphy63. Through the first 5 games, who is your team MVP?
Well, if I was standing up right now, I could show you better than I can tell you. But I'm going to tell you that it's Justin Jefferson. He's been phenomenal all year long. The first game of the season got off to a slow start, but the more and more he's getting reps, the better he gets. And think about a guy that had 1,400 yards last year. He's on pace to have 1,500 this year. Preseason, he says he wants to be better than last season. So I think he's making steps towards the route that he wants to go. He has been the lightning bolt for our offense since Dalvin Cook has been out. And I say more receptions, more touchdowns, more targets to number 18, Justin Jefferson.
When you say you were going to show us, were you going to gritty?
I was going to gritty, but I'm sitting down.
Well, we are the dancingest team in the National Football League with the hour lad.
Celebrations, yes.
I mean, who's going to do the moonwalk for the old schoolers like me? Come on.
Old school, best school?
Mm-hmm. All right. For the old schooler, pick 6, or excuse me, pick 5, ahead of myself there. Kyle from New Richmond, Wisconsin. The Vikings pass rush looks great, but what are some of the things Vikings do to improve the run defense?
Kyle, New Richmond, Wisconsin, you get it, young man, because you didn't go right after Vikings run defense. Strictly looking at numbers is like a problem. There are times it was a problem, and that's with or without Michael Pierce. If anybody watches the way Xavier Woods has been playing lately, specifically by the line, 10 tackles against Cleveland, the corners are tackling better than they were earlier in the season, and you take away the DeAndre Swift run late, and you look at those numbers, I really trust the Vikings run defense to be dominating the rest of the way.
Okay, and we have got a big game this weekend. Vikings on the road at Carolina. So let's take it pick 6 now from JJ Goat at Skull Vikes. What do the Vikes have to do in order to come out with a win next week in Carolina? We'll go with Gabe first.
Well, I think the moral of the story so far this season has been be great in the second quarter. This upcoming Sunday, be great in the third quarter. We know the saying, we haven't scored a touchdown since week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, now is the time to change that. This Carolina Panthers defense, they are I think the 5th worst third quarter defense in the NFL. I think they're giving up 9 points in the third quarter. They've been outscored in the third quarter all year. Points, yards, everything you want to see on the stat sheet. And I think this week we can come out the half strong, make some plays, get in the end zone, and gritty while we do so.
That Twitter handle, I can't exactly remember what it was, but it had 3 S's at the end. Yeah, Vikes. Well, that's how hot this passing game is going to be this weekend. And with those 3 S's, you're going to want to take that middle S out and put an O in it for this Carolina Panthers pass defense because they're going to need an SOS. If you protect Kirk Cousins in any game against any defense, he will kill you. He's that accurate, that smart, and that good. And that's really it. Protect Kirk, let him get out on those boots, let these receivers do what they do, and he's going to elevate the offense and the team to the winner's circle. So in Kirk, we trust.
All right, I'm going to take a stab at this pick 6 myself. I think, well, we got to put the timer on too, because I feel like that's the only fair because I put you guys on a timer as well.
Yeah, make her timer 15.
I can nail this
24.
at 15 if you want me to. I like a challenge. You need to pressure Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's thrown 3 picks last week. He threw 3 picks the last time he played the Vikings. He also has thrown 5 in the last 2 games. Bring the pressure to Sam Darnold. He will get rattled. He may see a few ghosts out there. He's not going to know what to do. He's going to create he's going to make turnovers. So as long as you capitalize on those turnovers, like we haven't been doing as well, I think that might be a key to the game this weekend.
Can I amplify your how do we win? Mike Zimmer 1-0 against Sam Darnold. I believe that was 2018 when the Vikings beat the Jets. Paul Gunther, our senior defensive assistant, he's 1-0 against Darnold. He was the coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders last year, and they beat Darnold. So I think 2 of our really important guys know where those bones are buried.
All right.
There's a recipe for success, and we know what the recipe is. Now we just got to cook it up. Serve it to those Panthers on Sunday.
Yes,
That's
sir.
exactly right. Well, thank you so much for watching Pick 6 presented by KFAN. If you want your question to be on the show next time we do this in 2 weeks, you can tweet either at me, at Tatum Everett, or at Gabe A. Henderson, and hopefully you get picked.
What about me?
Well, you can't.
I
You're
got
you're
Twitter.
usually included in the tweet. If you follow us
Okay,
on
I
Twitter,
see.
you'll see his handle on there.
See what they're happening to those.
I
of
just
the-
don't trust that you're going to get me the question.
What's happening to those of the elderly variety? They're just forgetting us.
Paul, I mean, we're just thinking forward.
Okay.
All
Look-
right.
look at it that way.
All righty. Let's wrap things up. We've got a big game this weekend. Thank you so much to Paul Allen, Gabe Henderson. I'm Tatum Everett. We'll see you next time.